Hi everyone. Every few weeks we do a class with handheld weights. Now, as always, what I tell you, if you have soup cans, you can do it. You can also do the class without the weights. But I feel it's a good thing, especially my crew at the health club where I work. If you are viewing my video, it feels more like normal. Once a week we work with weights, and this is a combination of Pilates and the sculpt conditioning class. So we're going to start with our arms at our side with one weight in each hand, and we're going to just hip forward halfway, bring our weights to our shins right below the knees, and let the tailbone come back and then come up. I'm going to arch our back a little bit. I'm going to reach the chest forward, knees are fairly straight, tailbone back, arching it a little bit in the spine. This is like a cow spine, if you know cat-cow. Come back to the next, stick out your chin and chest, and peel up. We've got two more times coming up. Press the hands back, press the shins into the weights into the shins, and come up one more time with this halfway lift. I'm going to turn sideways. We're going to come into an L shape with the arms out. With the weights, it creates a little bit of resistance, and then reach the arms back, reach the arms forward, and reach the arms back. Reach the arms forward, and reach the arms back. Two more times forward, look down, reach back, one more time, and stand up straight. Now, bend your knees, move your sit bones back, lift your chest, lift your heart, bring your elbows back in toward the midline of the body, toward the outer ribs. Extend the arms, extending from the elbow to wrist. Now sit down a little bit lower and lift your chest up an inch. Inhale and exhale. So we're floating into a combination of a chair. I'm going to come down an inch lower now, using my thighs and my glutes and the back of my arms as I do a tricep workout here. Now I'm going to come down with my chest resting on my thighs. And now I'm going to bring my palms to face the ceiling. Move the weight forward, stick out your chin and chest, and look down at the floor. Now move your knees and tailbone back. Lift your arms up. Palms are facing up, the elbows are straight, and the arms are very close to the body. So the arms are really brushing the outer hips as you lift up. My chest is resting on my thigh. So it's like a shelf. I'm moving my knees and tailbone back. My sit bones reach back. I'm looking ahead and slightly down to maintain a long neck. And now I'm going to do another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now listen carefully. You're going to move your tailbone back, straighten your knees, and come up halfway. Hold the position and then come up to stand. So we're going to strengthen the body in ways that we need to do so. Step the left foot forward, right foot about 2.5 feet behind the left. Turn the right foot in. And now we're going to bend our front knee, move my right heel back, and reach the arms forward. Look down at the floor, hold 10, 9, palms are facing in toward each other, left knee bent, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms back, move forward, press the right heel down for 1, 2, and I'm going to move my chest forward a little bit, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right foot steps forward, left foot back, round the outer edges of the left foot, then the right knee, and we'll start with our arms back, chest forward. 1, 2, 3, I'm going to come a little bit lower, 4, 5, 6, right knee slightly bent, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now reach the arms forward, bend your front knee, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, that should have started strength training feeling in the body. We're going to do 10 chair poses. Feet are a comfortable distance apart. You judge how wide or narrow. Gonna reach the shoulders down and reach the arms forward and back. 2, 3, make sure you're sitting all the way back and reaching the arms forward. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rise up. Let's do that again. 1, 2, use your abdomen, pull your navel to your spine. 4, 5, conscious of the lift of the chest. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand up, pause, catch your breath. Last 10 coming right up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach your arms up and come up. Shake your legs out. You may have felt something in your legs. I hope you did. I'm going to face you now. I'm going to soften my knees. So a little bit of a micro bend in the knees will soften the legs. I'm going to roll the shoulders down the back. Going to reach the weights forward a slightly bit lower than the shoulders. So you're lifting up, and the arms will laterally lift up to the side with the palms facing down. So the palms will face down the whole time. Lift up and to the side. That's it. Your knees are soft. Your abs are pulling in. Your shoulders are down your back. And you're spreading out. You're feeling energy in many directions. So we're lifting anteriorly, laterally. And just see what you feel in this experience. It should feel like a little bit of freedom with somewhat of a challenge, depending on how much weight you have, how much you put into it, your concentration, what you've been doing lately. Some of you may have been keeping up your fitness practice, others may have let it slide a little bit. Not your fault, the way life is these days. 3 more sets, 2 more, and the last one. Nice work. Good. I'm going to take 2 of these weights. They're not heavy. You can have 1 heavy weight if you have it, or a soup can, or whatever you want to use. And now I'm going to turn my right foot forward, left foot in, and I'm going to bend my right knee. Pull back here, engage my abdomen, move my right shoulder back so it's in line with my left. My back knee is soft, but the leg is straight. I'm going to reach down without throwing my shoulder forward. I'm going to move the shoulder back. I have an open space across from shoulder to shoulder. I'm going to roll back. 2, 3. So I'm going to do a nice long set here. This is a 1-arm row, but if you know it by another name, please, just say, okay, it's the same exercise. I'm calling it something else. 9, 10. You're going to keep your abdominals pulled in. It's very important when you're leaning forward like this to engage your abdominal area. So we're breathing. A breath is so important to do in conjunction. And you know now, wearing masks, how hard it is when you're cutting off some of the oxygen to feel comfortable. So the more breath you take in, the more you're going to counteract the negative effects of wearing a mask, because we all know that while we need the masks to protect ourselves and others from the virus, obstructing the flow of air is not the best thing we can and could do, but necessary nonetheless. So we try to breathe even more deeply in exercise class to expand the lung capacity. And it's also good for your mind. It reduces stress. So it puts you in a better place. So we're up to 39, 40, 10 more. I'm going to try to keep that abdominal engagement because I'm focusing on it. the more you connect with it, the easier it's going to be to maintain that awareness and that breath connection to more. And if my counting's slightly off, it's slightly off. It happens to every instructor. I'm going to turn around. I'm doing my opposite arm so that you can see from the side what this looks like. I'm going to roll my right hip forward. So I'm on my right arm now. I did my left. If you did the opposite, then just change arms. You're on your second side. I'm going to take my left hand. I'm going to pull my abdomen in, and I'm going to breathe out. Move my shoulders into alignment. Look ahead of me. Bend my front left knee and soften my back right knee. Push the right heel down. So I'm not putting all of the weight in that left knee. Then I'm going to reach down straight without throwing my shoulder forward and starting the row. So conscious breathing has so many proven benefits. We just know that breathing deeply, not unnaturally, but filling up the lungs, keeps you more youthful. Because as we age, we lose some of that lung capacity, whether we are aware of it or not. And we have to work against the clock. So as the years tick by, we're a little bit ahead of the game by breathing deeply, exercising, doing many good health practices, because human beings are complex. We need a lot. We need a lot of social connection. Now that we're not socially connecting the normal way, we have to find other ways of social connection, which has effects on your mind and body. So with that said, we're working to be together in this social distancing world. So let's keep rolling back. 27. Okay, we've got 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even though you're leaning forward, you're keeping a lift in your heart. 10 more, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't let the belly flop. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. That just is a wonderful way to start wherever you are, whatever time of the day you're practicing, to do what we just did. Now bend your knees and move your knees toward the third toe, and drop your tailbone straight down to the floor. It allows that central axis to lift up. Well, I'm going to keep my feet nice and wide, my tailbone dropped. I'm not tilting my pelvis forward or back. I'm right in between forward and back motion. I'm going to keep my knees bent, keep my chest lifted, and curl. Now, because I have handheld weights that are light, I'm at home, obviously. I'm going to at one point double up on one side. But now we're working on the front of the arm, the biceps. I'm going to come down a little bit lower. Now, even though my legs aren't moving, I'm engaging the muscles, and of course you feel it. So that's proof that you are. Now I'm going to shift both of my weights to my left hand, and I'm going to curl. Now it becomes a little bit more of a challenge. 7. I'm going to dip down a little bit lower. 9. 10. Keep that engagement. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. I'm going to go a little bit lower. I don't want to lose my leg work, my isometric leg work, by forgetting to keep my knees bent and my tailbone dropped. So I'm curling. I changed my arm. I'm on my second side. And it's a matter of consciousness, awareness, concentration. Part of doing an exercise class with a group is that I have to concentrate, and so do you. So that keeps your mind active. Exercise helps ward off cognitive illnesses as well. So we want to really cover all bases as a human being to be the best we can, the healthiest with the best quality of life. One more. Now I'm going to stand up. I'm going to roll my shoulders down. I'm going to reach my weights up. Now I'm going to add a little bend in the knees And I'm going to lift my arms up in the top of the shoulder workout. So 1, 2, 3. Drop your sit bone straight, your tailbone straight down rather. 6, 7, 8. And I'm not coming down that low, just enough to feel the front of my thighs. A second set here, 90-degree angle with my arms. I don't have a mirror in front of me, so I'm doing it by how it feels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and do my last set of 10 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. I'm going to bring my knees and thighs together this time. And I'm going to bring my knees and hips back into chair one more time. And I'm going to move my arms forward and back. Now I'm going to shift over to the side. I think it's a better view to see. I'm pulling my abdominals and I'm moving my tailbone back. And I'm bringing my, this is not a chaotic swinging. This is an arm exercise. So we want to be mindful of moving with precision and continuity, but not throwing it chaotically. I'm going to come down a little bit more. I want to use a lot of glutes and thighs today by doing these chair poses. And one more time, I'm going to bend my knees all the way. My palms are facing in, by the way. And I'm going to move my tailbone back. And my chest is resting a little bit above my thighs. And I'm reaching up. Now I'm going to stand up. I'm going to separate my feet a little bit just for comfort. So down, up. Like I'm pulling my pants up from the floor. That's it. I'm trying to be conscious of my knees and hips moving back as I let myself come down and up like an elevator. Ground floor, 8th floor, you know, that kind of feeling. Down, up. And I'll get my heart rate up slightly by doing this in a continuous flow. 8 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very good. Let's come down to the floor. Keep your weights or soup cans handy. And let's take a little bit of a rest. I'm just going to move my feet in and out. Then I'm going to remove the flesh from under my sit bones so I can sit up in a nice L shape and reach my arms up to the ceiling, framing my ears. Flex your feet. Dig your heels into the floor. That's a dorsiflexion. I'm going to lean back and point my toes, arms frame my ears, and flex my feet and reach up to the ceiling, trying to keep my shoulders down. Point my toes, lean back, hold. And then come up to vertical, 90 degrees, about. Point the toes, lean back. Arms back by ears, look up at the ceiling. Now look straight ahead of you, flex your feet, arms stay lifted. Point the toes, lean back a little bit more, and a little bit more, and lift the right leg and the left. I'm flexing each foot, and I'm pulling my abdominals in still. Yeah, it's still about the abs. Up, 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 lift. Now I'm going to hold my right leg up and then lower it. My left leg up and lower it. Right leg up, down, left leg up, lean back, lift both legs up, lower and lift. Now we're going to go deeper into the ab work. So much is going on, it's not just abs, you know what I'm saying. 4, 3, 2, and float up. Beautiful. Move one hip bone back, then the other like you're walking on your glutes. Reach the right arm back and the left, and I want you to swim. Backward stroke. And now forward stroke. I'm going to open the shoulders and just feel a freedom. Reach my arms up. Lift. Peel my body forward. Flex my feet so I can grab my toes. If you can reach or not, hold on to your legs. Higher up. And then I'm going to reach forward, and then I'm going to shift back with one sitting on the other. Lift my chest. Now I'm going to point my toes, soften my knees, and move my chest onto my thighs. Breathing in and out. Okay, we're going to hold this. 1. Come down a little lower. 2. A little lower you go. 3. 4. As low as you can. 5. 6. Keep deepening your connection to the floor. 7. 8, 9, and 10. Move your fingertips facing in toward your glutes, hands on the shoulders. Lift your chest, bend your left knee and bend your right, and lift up. And now extend your left leg out and your right. Point your toes down, lift your chest, kick your left leg up, and your right, and your left, and your right, and your left leg, pull back and your right. One more. Bend your knees, feet down, heart rises, shift back. And now we're going to turn it around. We're going to come onto hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're going to tuck up, we're going to extend the right leg back, tuck the toes under. And now take the left foot to the left, turning that foot out toward the left. Left hand centers under your shoulder. The heel of the right foot, it comes down. You're grounding the right outer edges of your right foot down and lifting your right arm up. As you ascend upward with that right arm, press down with the left toes and left palm. Pull your abdominals in, lift your right leg up. Now take your right arm back over your ear and bend your elbow and bend your knee and pull down. Exhale, pull the rib cage down. The right ribs are moving down. 4, 5, 6, elbow to knee. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Make sure you're pulling down slightly. 17, 18, 19, 20. Right arm up. And then float down back to center. Shift the knees and hips side to side, a little sway. Ground your hands. Use the strength of your arms to straighten you. Out and look forward. Turn the right foot out toward the right, pivot out, and now take your left foot and ground the outer edges of the left foot down and press your pelvis forward and lift your left arm up. Lift the left leg up, left arm over ear, and pull down. 2, 3, 4. Pull the left rib cage down. 5, 6. Breathe. 7. Out through the mouth and through the nose. Different than yoga breathing. Different principles for different classes. Different reasons why too long to list here. And you don't need an academic lesson from me. You just want to feel your body work out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Float down. Well done. Take your knees a little bit back. You're not with the knees under the hips like you were before. You've shifted back. You're going to move your chest forward and your chest back into an extended arm position. Chest forward. So it's a little bit of a belly flop here. Lift your chest. You're arching your spine. You're moving in a long line. So you feel the back muscles, the muscles along the spine respond. Back, front, back, front. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, move your hips back, forearms down, legs back, lift your chest, a little bit of a modified back bending position so you have support with the forearms down. You're going to look over your right shoulder, pinch your right waistline, come back to center, now look over to your left. Now this time when you pinch your right waistline, bring your ribs to your right hip. You're pulling back and down. You're going to curl your right heel into your glute, knee is on the floor. Come back to center, rise up. Look left, curl your left heel in, left knee is on the floor. Left ribs come toward the top of the left hip, so you're side bending, crunching. It's light, but it works. Come center, look right, kick your heel in, hamstring curl. Lift the chest, rise up, look left, kick your heel in, flex your foot, sorry. Each time I'm flexing my foot and I'm drawing my heel to my glute. Lift up, lift through the center, curl and twist. Beautiful. Lift your spine. Look to the right. Come back to center. Look to the left. And over to the right. I'm moving a little bit faster. To the left. To the right. To the left. 2 more each side. Right. All the while I'm grounding down. I feel the support of the floor. And the last. Lift up. And now come crouch down a little bit, bend your knees, widen your knees, almost as wide as the mat. Bring the feet together, lift your chest and stay here in this supported position. Now lower your feet, they're going to come wide and turned out to the mat. Walk your hands back so they line up right under your shoulders in line with your chest. Legs are wide, mat width distance, toes, heels are turned out. Lift your chest. Hold the position. This is a strong position for your body. And shift back. Knees are wide as the mat, big toes touching. And lower your chin and chest to the floor. If they come down but not quite, that's okay as far as you want them to go, your chest and chin. Come back. Press the heels down, the front of the feet down, and the tailbone moves back toward the heels. Coming up, and we're setting up for a plank position. High plank position means your shoulders will line up with your hips. As you tuck your left toes under your right. So now you're in a down dog. It's easier to transition into the plank from that placement. Now move the shoulders over the wrist. Pull your belly in. And now we'll do the opposite of what we did before in the leg pull back. We're going to lift the right leg up and down. Left leg up. I'm trying to maintain a plank position. So we're alternating lifting the right leg up, knee is straight, flex the foot left, right, left, right, 2 more each side, right, left, right, left, stay here, move the heart forward, move forward and back, and press up to downward dog, walk your feet in a slight amount. And then slowly bring your chest over your wrists and lower your knees onto the floor and move side to side. Bring your forearm and elbows on the floor. Tuck your toes under. Now turn your right hand to the left. So your right hand is on the horizontal line with your right elbow. Pivot on the outer right foot. Now, you can step the left foot forward for more support and lift your arm, or you could stack the left foot on top of the right. Left arm rises, lift the bottom right hip up. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel free to modify. Left forearm down, lower your knees. Move your hips. Okay, tuck your toes under. Turn your left hand in so it lines up with your left elbow. Pivot on the outer left foot. Option to step the right foot forward, right arm in the air, or stack the right foot evenly on top of the left. Lift the bottom left hip up. Side plank, forearm side plank. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down, forearms down, knees down. Take a moment. I'm going to just get something to get rid of the dryness. Talking a lot. And now we're going to come up to hands and knees and make a circle with the hips in a counterclockwise manner. Could be big or small. If your knees are sensitive, roll up your mat another cushion so you get a little cushioning. And then go the other way clockwise. And I'm going to turn around and lie down on my back. I'm going to go back to a little bit of upper body. Feet flat on the floor. I'm going to reach my arms up overhead and reach them back all the way, and I'm going to actually touch the floor with my weights lightly for a second and then pull down. So how quickly you go, you don't want to go in a rushed position, fast, get it over with, but you don't want to be too slow and linger, so you can come back in a moderate position, the moderate speed, and up. Inhale, exhale. So you're reaching behind you, all the way back, all the way. At this time, if the weights do not touch the floor, as long as they're almost touching, that's perfectly fine. Mine are not. I don't want to make like a banging position. I have neighbors downstairs, and also might be unpleasant for you. So I'm keeping my feet comfortably placed apart to give me support of the lower body, the back of the pelvis, and the grounding of your feet. So you're inhaling and exhaling. This is a nice way to go back into the upper body. This covers a lot of muscle work here. Many muscles in conjunction with this action. Now I'm going to bring my right knee in. My head, neck, and shoulders will remain on the floor for this first position. Bend the right knee, knee to chest, arms forward. So you're reaching straight ahead. There's no twisting in the body. Absolutely no twisting. Knee to chest. Now I'm going to straighten my legs, but you can keep your knees bent if that worked really well for you. Now I'm going to lift up. I'm not lifting my chest yet. I will include the chest, but I want to warm up the shoulders and back and the legs. I'm pushing my abdominals back toward the floor, so I'm getting some abdominal work no matter what. Now I'm going to lift my head, neck, and shoulders up and float down. Up. Kicking the legs straight up. The foot could be flexed or pointed. That's not a big deal. Exhale, no twisting, just a straight up lift. Breathe out to the mouth as you lift. Inhale. Exhale. That's it. Breathing in and out. Rhythmic flow. Use your lungs. Remember, you're home. You don't need a mask. Yay. Keep moving. Now I'm going to come up off the floor, and I'm going to slow it down. Up. Reach up off the floor. Now, if you don't want your lower back coming up, then just repeat what you did before. We've done enough steps in this position to be able to go back to something lighter if you need it. Even the first position we did with the knee to chest. Exhale. Now both legs up, and with the waist, that's going to be challenging. Up. 2 more. Okay. I'm going to just sit up a little bit, get my bearings, and roll the shoulders down. Bend your knees, feet flat on the floor, arms out to the side, and you're going to imagine you have a beach ball between your arms, between your hands. You're going to soften your elbows, because if you had this big ball like this, my elbows would be wrapped around it and would be wide. Think of a globe coming down and up. Palms are facing in. Elbows are soft. This is a chest fly. So we want to do what we need to do to get a good workout. Exhale, inhale. Steady rhythm and flow. You know who you are. If you're slackening off, so what? No one's giving you a grade. But just do your best. In these times, it's easy to like get all complacent. We know that it's happening to everyone. Most people, though, are trying somewhat to read novels, do home improvements, catch up on things that they needed to do. And that's a wonderful way to organize your time. One more time. And now bend your knees in tabletop and lift your chest and wrap your arms behind your legs. Exhale. Now I'm pulling my rib cage down. I'm flexing my feet. My knees are in a 90-degree angle. And I'm wrapping the weights behind my legs. So right weight behind right thigh. And I'm moving my chest forward. It's vigorous. Keep it up. Keep it up. 5 more. Okay. Take your legs straight up to the ceiling. Soften your knees. Make sure your knees are in line with your hips. You're going to reach up like you did with the top of the shoulder and plie combination in the beginning of class. You're going to extend your arms up and lower them in a 90-degree angle. In conjunction with that, optional, you don't have to do it, you can lift your pelvis up. So you're in a reverse curl, head, neck, and shoulders on the floor. Keep the chin slightly tucked down to keep the back of the neck long so you're not arching your neck. I'm taking my arms fairly straight. And I'm lifting my lower tummy's working over here in this position. Up. Up. 10 more. 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more. Wonderful. Now, keep your arms up, right over your shoulders. Flex both of your feet, lower your left heel down, and move your weights forward. Now lower, if you feel stable, secure, no hip or lower back issues, lower the heel down so that your knee lines up with your hip. And I'm going to reach my arms up, slightly back. I'm going to look up and slightly back. Then I'll lift my left leg and lower my right. Then I'll bring my arms back a little more. Look up at the ceiling or slightly behind. And lift up. And then lower. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg down. 1, 2, 3. Now lift the chest a little higher. 4, 5. One more time. Left leg up, right leg down. Both legs up, reach the weights forward, and come up. Flex and point the feet. Take the weights and let the palms face in. Soften your elbows and roll back halfway. Pull your abdominals in. Your back is off the floor. Lift your heels up. Cross your wrists. And now cross your ankles. Elbows and ankles cross. The lower back can be on the floor. You can be on the floor with your legs up. So if this is too hard for you, you can be here, not here. And I'm going to add a little rhythm and flow. In and out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Place your weights down. Let's take a spinal stretch. Bend your knees and bring your knees into your chest. Lift your legs up. Now, if you have a sensitive neck, or this is just plenty for you, this is an inversion, and you're feeling the blood flow back to the heart. That's feeling kind of good, all right? You like it? You don't have to go a step further at all. Or if you want to bring your legs back overhead. Now, if I'm bringing my legs back overhead, my toes do not touch the floor, I will hold on to my lower back. So what do I mean by that? Tuck your chin in. Don't move your head when your legs are overhead. So if you're watching this, don't be on the floor twisting your neck. Sit up and watch. So either you can have your legs here and hold on to your lower back, your hips here, or if the toes touch the floor, you can interlock your hands and bring the toes down. Now bend your knees, release your hands, roll down, and bend your knees and place your feet down. I'm just going to move a little bit over, making sure I don't get obstructions with my furniture. I'm going to circle my legs to the right clockwise in a corkscrew. We do corkscrew pretty readily here. Now, I'm monitoring my lower back, so I'm lowering my legs to the degree that my lower back maintains a comfort level. No pain, please. But I'm feeling my lower tummy engage. I'm focusing on my pelvic floor. Am I feeling my legs? I'm not trying to feel my legs. I'm trying to concentrate on the lower tummy. And now I'm going to reverse it in a counterclockwise way. That's it. Keep pulling your abdomen in. I can't emphasize that enough every class and every time. It is just how we do things. Now lift up, reach the arms up, bring the arms forward, and then one more time up and back. Lower your legs, reach the chest up toward the ceiling, legs low. Lift up, down. Now my lower back is on the floor now. 2 more times. Now, option 1, head down, move your head. You're going to pull your knees in and extend your arms out. Circle your arms around, knees in, and out. If you want to come up off the floor, let me make sure I'm not obstructed here. I'm going to bring my knees in and extend. And I can bring my arms in a circular fashion. I have to watch my furniture though. I'm just going to pull my knees in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soles of the feet together. Reach your arms out, outside your legs, and just let the top of the head roll down. Tilt the chin down. In a restful, restorative opening of the pelvis and lower back. We're going to go into a spinal twist. Right foot above left knee, left foot flexed. Right knee in, right hand down, lift the chest, and we're going to twist a little bit over to the right. And then I'm going to switch. Left foot above right knee. We do spinal twist here as you do in yoga. Right foot flex, left knee in, left sitting bone stays down, left arm back. You're going to twist open toward the left. Keep your chest lifted. Keep your heart open. Soften your left elbow. You don't want to rigidly lock your knees, your elbows, any joint. Keep a softness, and micro bend is a good idea. Reach your arms up. Lean back one more time. Lift your legs. Let's stay here and breathe. Pull the ribs down. Pull your belly in. 8, 7. Try not to grip too much in the legs. Pull it in your abdominal area. 4, 3, 2, 1. And come down. Left leg in the air. Right knee bent. Right foot on the floor. And you twist left elbow to outer left knee. Right elbow to right inner knee. And twist. Twist. Right knee is bent. Foot is on the floor for support. My abdomen is flat because I'm working on pushing my navel to the floor and flattening my tummy. I'm absolutely on it. And twist, and twist, twist, engage. Last 4 sets. 1, 2 more sets. Okay, head down. Left foot on the floor, knee bend up to the ceiling. Here we go, second side, flex your right foot, head, neck, and shoulders up. Now make sure you're nudging your shoulders a little high in case you're getting a little bit tired. Elbows open and twist, twist. Right elbow, right outer thigh, left elbow, left inner thigh. My right leg's fairly straight. Twist, twist, twist. 3 more sets. And down you go. Left leg in the air. You can have your hands behind your thigh or calf or higher up. Right leg extends or keeping the knee bent, you decide. Passive stretch for your legs. Why not? You need it. Soften. We use flexibility here. We sure do. We don't skip that. That's an important part of being healthy. You need to be flexible, elastic. You have connective tissue that must be elastic. And now right leg in the air, left leg down, either knee bent, leg extended, either hands behind your thigh, below the knee or above or slightly higher. The leg straightens out to the degree it can without pain, but challenge yourself to feel a tugging action, but not a painful experience, because we're not meant to be in pain. We're meant to work muscles, not to injure them or harm yourself. There's no harming here. Pull your gut in anyway. Always talking about that. That's right. Excuse me. And we're going to bring in these in. Hold on to your shins and rock forward and back. And just sit up and just close your eyes. I want to just hydrate myself a bit with my mint. Just take a steady little momentary breather. And reach your arms up. Now, we're going to call upon that flexibility. We just did this, right? We're going to take the right leg long or keep the knee bent. That's again, we're going to walk up the back of the left leg. The back cannot leave the floor. If you wanted to, you can come up to here and wait and then walk down, or let the back come off the floor. The right leg can be extended out across the floor, or the right sole of the foot down with the knee bent up to the ceiling is second option. You want it. Now I'm going to pull my gut. That's the initiation point. Please keep that in mind. Come up, sit up, and walk down. We're climbing up the leg. Exhale. Good. That's the second one. We're going to keep going. Breathe out. That's it. Keep it moving. Keep it flowing. The more fluidity and grace, the more muscle that's being used. If it's chaotic and jerking, I know you're not using your muscles well. So we have to avoid that. We want to make it softer and lighter so we can do it well, rather than jerky and uncomfortable and not working. I think this is number 8. I could be wrong. 2 more. Our counting's always a little bit off sometimes. And last. Okay. Hold and lower the leg. Right leg in the air. Same instructions. You know what to do. I've given you the options. Here we go. Up and down. And don't get impatient. You know, it is what it is. It's an exercise routine. And exercises are making, you know, they're meant to make you work. It should be a labor of love. Because if you hate what you do, it's really hard to come back to it. I love what I do. I can't stay away from it, in fact. Being away from it is bad for me. We've got 2 more after this, as I'm counting a little better. And 1 more. Okay. And lower the leg. Reach both legs up. Walking up. And this time go back and teaser. And reach the arms out. And float the arms down. And now bring the palms forward. Lower the heels. Now lower your lower back to the floor. And then bend your knees. Knees to chest, legs up. Option to keep your knees bent. We're moving side to side. Yes, that one. Or the legs are straight and you're going to come down toward the floor. And to the other side. We're not coming down all the way. We're about 3/4 of the way down. Make every second matter. So I'm keeping my opposite shoulder on the floor. That's why my feet are not touching the floor. I could do that, and we do that sometimes. But today, we'll keep the shoulders on the floor. your legs over to the left. Bend your knees, snake your knees up to your shoulder and hold. Look right. Lift your legs. Bring your legs over to the right. Bend your knees and move your knees toward the right shoulder. Then re-extend the legs. Look left. Oppositional rotation with the legs extended. Lift up. Bend your knees. Knees to chest. Lift your tailbone. Breathe. Lift your hips up. Point your toes. Knees and thighs and ankles are together. Stretching the lower spine, working the hip flexors and tummy. 4. Pelvic floor active. 3, 2, 1. And knees to chest. Rock. Whew. Lift your legs up. Circle your legs around to the right shoulder, to the left. Down and around to the right. Now, option to lift your hips up and circle, or do what you just did a moment ago. Up. 2 more. And now bring your legs to the left. So you can either just do a circle and a corkscrew, even with bent knees, or you can lift up and down. Up. I'm sorry, I think we go this way, to the left, I believe. Sorry about that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend your knees and bring your knees towards your armpits, and stay here and practice a little bit of nothingness. Just stay here, feel what you feel, and now circle the knees into the chest, forward, and to the side, into the chest, together, and forward. So relax your legs completely, and now we'll take it the other way, knees together, knees to chest, and to the side and forward, and around you go. It's very intuitive. And lift your head up, and elbow to knee, twist, twist. And breathe, and twist, twist, crisscross around. And breathe, keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock up. And this is brownie points. You can go back to the floor, you can just rest, or you can do this on your sitting bones and twist, twist. And breathe. Feel the sensations arising. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soles of the feet together. Drape your arms outside your legs. Round your upper spine. Let the top of the head drop down between your arms. Coming up to lie down on your left side. Bend your knees in a 90-degree angle. And come all the way down to the floor. Bend your left elbow or keep the arms straight. Now, the bottom knee's 90 degrees. You're going to stay down today. We're not going to lift onto our forearm or elbow. We're going to take the right leg, and we're going to laterally lift it up and down, with the head down on the floor. Keeping it simple, our objective is to feel the leg, right here, this area here, and pull your stomach in. That's it. It's not chaotic. It's rhythm and flow. Big difference than just throwing your leg up and down without feeling anything. The knee is fairly straight, but you're always micro-bending your limbs, your joints. You don't want to overly extend them. That's called hyperextension, and it can lead to issues with your body. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend your top knee, let it rest. Now keep your bottom knee bent in a 90-degree angle. I'm going to take my top of leg, I'm going to tap it down and tap it back. Variation of hot potato. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We'll stretch it out after. I'm going to come up and I'm going to lie down with now my right leg will be in 90 degrees and my left will be stacked on top. I'm going to line my body up with the back edge of the mat, and then I'm going to bend my elbow, keep my arm straight. It just seems for some reason one arm prefers straight when I prefer the bent elbow style. There's no rhyme or reason. Now take your top leg and lift up and down laterally. Now engage your tummy so the leg becomes lighter. It is sultry out today. Let's see if you can drink a little bit extra water here. You can just feel what you're feeling, engaging what you're engaging. Mastering these exercises. And again, keep lifting up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to tap the toe, a modified hot potato, and bring it back behind you. All the way forward, tap the toe, and tap the toe behind you. 3, 4, 5, creating a rainbow. 8, 9, 10. Bend your knees. Prop yourself up. I'm going to lie down on my back. I'm going to take my right foot and bring it outside my left thigh. Open my right knee out. In yoga, they call this reclining pigeon. And now lift your left foot up. Your option could be to keep your hands down or slip your hands behind your left thigh. There are other options, but we'll keep it simple. We're nearing almost the end of our session. Tilt your chin down. Make sure you're not falling over to the right. It could happen with the weight of the leg crossed over. Keep the chin tucked, the neck long. Bring the right elbow inside your right inner thigh to nudge and encourage your right knee to open a little bit. Flexing the right foot is not an option, it's mandatory. We want to keep our knees safe. It's recommended when you're in this shape to keep your foot flexed. The right foot is flexed and hang off the side of the left thigh. And then lower the left foot down, release your hands, and just move side to side. Good. Right foot down, left leg in the air, left heel outside right thigh, open the knee out, left heel. Now this foot again is flexed, not optional, mandatory. You can press your left hand if your knee is getting stubborn and left knee's moving toward you or then away from you. You want it moving away from you in this instant. Take your hands and pull your stomach in. I want you to keep that continuity, that consciousness of your abdomen. It is that focus. Lift the right foot if you want and slip your hands behind your right thigh if you want. Try not to fall left. Nudge your inner left thigh to open with your left elbow. Tilt your chin down and pause. Now if I survived getting my apartment painted, all 3.5 rooms, I don't know. You could get through a Pilates class, right? 3 days of torture. And now lower your right foot down, uncross your legs, knees to chest, and rock. If you know Happy Baby, go to Happy Baby. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a yoga position. I'm stealing it. You're going to bend your knees and you're going to reach your hands up your side of your thighs, your calves, your ankles, or your feet. But don't scrunch up your neck and keep your tailbone down. You're not lifting up like that. If you cannot maintain this, hold on lower. You can even let the knees splay open. I'm going to let you feel what you feel and decide what you decide. Keep that chin long, down, tilted down. And rock side to sides if you got it and you're enjoying it. Experience. And now take your legs wide. And you're in a straddle position. If that's not comfortable, go back to happy baby or knees to chest. That's always available. So turn your toes out and roll those thighs open. And just stay here and practice that feeling of openness in the inside of your hips and inner thighs, lower back. All of it feels really good. I want this to feel good. We stretch and we contract on and on and on to get the body supple, flexible, and strong. We need to go back and forth. That ensures a lot of strength. Now bring your chin and chest up. Lift your legs up. Inhale and exhale. And continue. Inhale. One breath. Exhale. Shh. Inhale. Exhale on your own while I do it with you. I'm going to lower my legs a little more because I can. I'm going to lower one leg. Changing leg. Both legs down a little lower. I'm going to rise up. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Float up. I'm going to face this way, flexing my feet and pointing them. I'm going to come to a comfortable foot position, right hand down, left arm out, and I'm going to take an open side position. I'm opening up my left side, and I'm going to roll my left shoulder back. So I keep an open chest and lean over without lifting my sit bone. My left sitting bone stays on the floor and lift up. I'm going to do the same on side two. Lift up. I'm going to move that shoulder back so I don't cut off my chest. I want to keep an open chest, an open scapula, but more importantly, I'm opening this side of the body. And pushing off the floor, reaching up, and up, and up one more time. Bring your legs a little bit as wide as your shoulders and just circle around. And then the other way. Bring your leg, arms up. You're going to twist to the left and look back at your left hand. Squeeze your tummy in and come back to center. Twist. And you're going to dip down. Pull your abdominals in. Right arm lifted. Right thumb up. Come back to center. Twist. And dip into the saw. So you're sawing off your baby toe with your pinky finger. Left pinky finger saws off right baby toe. Twist, and then conversely the other way. One more time each side. Lift up. I'm going to open my legs and I'm going to go into a forward bend. Now, if you need to bend your knees and bring your legs closer, by all means, don't let the knees wobble in. And just sway a little bit here. Just loosen up, but no bouncing, please. And then you can have your feet flexed or pointed. I'm not going to be a taskmaster here. You can do what you need. Walk your hands inside your leg. Look down at the floor. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're finishing up. Back to center, over to the inside of the other leg. Lift your chest so you're flat and long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to center, arms forward, knees roll back rather than in. Lift your chest and see what you can do for the final expression of the straddle stretch forward. Now for me this feels divine. If it's painful, please bring your legs closer together and bend your knees. Don't harm the body. We're meant to strengthen and tone, but not harm. No injuries here, please. Come back. You could injure yourself if you're not careful in that position. This is an advanced stretch. Fingertips face in, elbows straight, lift your chest, lean back, open up your heart. Come back to center. And we're going to go into downward dog to stretch out the spine and the legs. We need it. We use downward dog sparingly in Pilates. It's more of a yoga thing, but we do use it. Now look down between your feet. Lock your hands back to the back of your mat so that your hands line up with your toes. And bend your knees and roll up through the spine. You're going to come up, inhale. Exhale. 2, 3, 2 more times. 4, 5. Sam, you here? We're going to be ending the class and just hold this position. Thank you for joining me. My name is Lori. This is Pilates Mat and Body Conditioning by Professor P. Thank you, everybody. How to get that out. Subscribe to my channel if you like it. I want to see you. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye now.